Joining us on the 9, we're happy to welcome San Francisco Chronicle senior political writer Joe Garofoli. Thank you for joining us.
Good to be here as always.
Is his confirmation a foregone conclusion?
No. There's still a couple of factors out there. Watch, Susan Collins will know at noon today what her vote will be.
She voted yesterday.
Already. Today doesn't really mean
but
anything.
The larger statement is tomorrow.
May not be a signal.
Well, why would she vote yes right now?
She voted.
And Senator Flake, and then all of a sudden flip less than 24 hours
She did the
later.
same on Betsy DeVos for Education Secretary. She voted yes to end the debate. Let's vote. She voted no on her. So that's not necessarily a direct precursor of how you're going to vote. Watch Murkowski. Murkowski spent the last couple of days talking to sexual assault victims, many from her home state of Alaska. And also watch Joe Manchin, although he is in a state, West Virginia, that Trump overwhelmingly won. But at the same time, Manchin has a 9-point lead in the state. He's not under pressure to vote with Kavanaugh.
And this morning he voted no.
And this morning he voted no. Yes.
So, Joe, suppose that the sexual allegations hadn't come out against Judge Kavanaugh. Would there still be this much opposition? Because after all, the end game is he could be a deciding vote in something very critical, and he was already opposed. Do you think it would still be as much, as many people opposing him?
It would be a strict party line vote then. We still may get a strict party line vote, but there's the allegations have brought forth a lot of uncertainty to a few people here. But if this stuff hadn't come out, we're looking at a 51-49.
Republicans have called this really a smear campaign from the beginning, back in July. Do you agree with that or not?
It's hard to say that someone coming forward with a sexual assault, someone who said there's sexual assault, and after we saw the person who came forward and the testimony she gave, it's hard to say that's a smear campaign. The other campaigns around it, we don't know. These other allegations stand on their own, but this one, it's very hard to say that's a smear campaign.
What about the implications here in California when it comes to next month in the election? Congressional seats that are up for grabs in places like Orange County where there are heated races, especially the women vote.
Yes, there's polling out just this week, which my colleague John Wildermuth reported on, that says women are more likely to vote for a Democrat because of what they saw with the Kavanaugh hearings. And these are districts that are swing districts, as you alluded to, and there are districts that have been historically Republican, so there's some significance there. And the House races are already starting, these 7 or 8 districts that are being targeted are already starting to swing towards the Democrats. So this, on both sides, this is just going to add fuel to the fire for the base of each side. That 5% in the middle that is undecided on these House races, I don't see it swinging that.
So some say if Kavanaugh is confirmed, the Democrats will surge in the midterms. Can you put those two, a Supreme Court justice, perhaps a change in the balance of power, on a scale? And if you do, which one weighs more?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
If the Democrats take back the House.
Yes.
Versus now you have a Supreme Court justice
yes,
for the next 30, 40 years. How do you square that?
Oh, that's the question. It's the long game versus the short game. And but I think that, for voters to do that, I don't know if many voters will look at it that way.
They don't think that way.
They don't think that way. Most people, except for nerds like us who talk about this stuff, are working their jobs, taking care of their kids, trying to work in 2 and 3 jobs. I don't know if they're going to make those big decisions, weigh it that way. But that is a huge question looking at this from a macro level.
Well, you could also say that if the Democrats do gain control, they might be able to affect the very next nomination that comes out from this president. Yes.
I think, though, that you might not have the same set of factors. You may not have allegations of sexual assault against the next person. This was a very unique case, and I think it may reverberate not necessarily in the political realm, but in the social and cultural realm. Look at what we've learned over the last couple of weeks about what women go through when they have sexual assaults. They don't talk about them. Now, many of us knew about this stuff, but the country heard about this.
We're seeing protests over.
We're seeing people talk about their sexual assaults. The hashtag why I didn't report it. This is a major cultural moment for all of us, I think, right now. Whatever happens with Kavanaugh, that will be the legacy of this.
All right. Joe Garofoli,
Joe,
senior
thank you.
political writer at the Chronicle. Thank you.